I've been baffled by friends who became advocates for different politicians who were living a lifestyle that's the exact opposite of what is Christ-like living. They're not humble. They're arrogant. They're not kind. They're vicious. They're not loving. They're mean-spirited. They are narcissistic and bullies, and they're people that maybe you wouldn't even want for your next door neighbor, much less to be a senator or a congressman or president or any other role. And it is baffling, but it shows this. It shows that our society and even Christians in our society have bought into the myth that winning at all costs is the most important thing. That you've got to win. You don't have to always win. You don't. In fact, nobody wins all the time. Everybody has successes in life and failures in life, and life is a combination, is a balance of both in life. And sometimes people say, "Well, I'm choosing between the lesser of two evils." Well, I can understand that. I can understand if somebody held their nose and voted for a person, for a congressman or any other position, say, "Well, I think they are the lesser of two evils." However, you do have a third choice, and it has to do with your own integrity. And that is, there might be an election where you go, neither of these people, or none of if you got 15 candidates, none of them are acceptable. Nobody's holding a gun to your head and said you have to vote for one of them. You can do a write-in. You could vote for a lesser-known person, things like that, simply because you say, my conscience says I happen to not approve of either of these candidates, because that's a matter of personal integrity. You say, well, then you're giving it away. Sometimes you get hurt for doing the right thing. Sometimes God has not promised that life will be easy if you always make the right choice. Sometimes you make the right choice, and in Scripture, people got thrown into prison for it, or people got martyred for it, or they got hung on the cross. Jesus did nothing wrong, and evil people still crucified him. So it is astounding to me that today in our society, power is more important than integrity. Winning is more important than what's right. And it's sad. To me, that's an indictment in many ways on the church. And it's an indictment actually on pastors, because they haven't been teaching the people that, wait a minute, integrity does matter. Character does matter. Purity, generosity, humility, these things do matter. And the big mind-blowing bafflement that we were just talking about is the so-called value voters forgot their values in at least the last decade. It's a misnomer. They are not values voters. They might be policy voters, and they're voting for policies, but they're not simply values voters, and they're certainly not character voters.
For information about investing in character-led companies, please visit www.rocinvestments.com and join the growing number of investors choosing to make character a priority when investing their money.